everyone, welcome to Logan's Mosh Pit. Glad to have you here. Do me a favor and please subscribe if you haven't already. Also consider joining my Patreon page for some cool perks. I'll leave a link in the description. Well, I'm absolutely delighted to start a new series on my channel called Behind the Name. During each episode of Behind the Name, I will tell you how a certain band came up with their own unique name. Obviously, all solo artists will be excluded from this series. Choosing an intriguing name is a complicated process, something that should be considered carefully. It's of the utmost importance to select a clever name because a name typically represents the first thing that fans will notice, long before they listen to any music. The name could possibly be a deal breaker. As they say, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. If a name appeals to you, chances are you're much more likely to spend time checking out the music that they create. Today, we're going to discover why exactly Five Finger Death Punch decided to choose this particular thing as their identity. First, I'll go over some general info about Five Finger Death Punch, then I'll shift gears to their origin story. Let's get started. Five Finger Death Punch formed in 2005. They frequently get lumped into the heavy metal genre. The original lineup consisted of vocalist Ivan Moody, dual guitarist Sultan Bathory, and Caleb Bingham, bassist Matt Snell, and drummer Jeremy Spencer. However, the current lineup has undergone quite a radical transformation. Now, it consists of Ivan Moody, Sultan Bathory, Andy James handling guitar, Chris Cale taking care of bass duties, and Charlie Engen doling out drum beats. To date, Five Finger Death Punch has delivered 9 studio albums, the most recent one being Afterlife, released last year. Of those 9 albums, 3 have gone gold, and 3 have achieved platinum status by US standards. Now let's spill all the juicy details surrounding the name Five Finger Death Punch. According to an MLive Detroit interview conducted with Jeremy Spencer back in 2013, which I'll link below, he clarified that the movie Kill Bill Volume 2 inspired the violent name. For those of you who don't know, Kill Bill Volume 2 was a martial arts style movie directed by Quentin Tarantino that came out a year prior to Five Finger Death Punch's fabrication. Cast members included Uma Thurman, David Carradine, Michael Madsen, Daryl Hannah, Gordon Liu, and Michael Parks. Near the end, a ruthless fight scene breaks out between characters Beatrix and Bill. Beatrix uses an unorthodox and extremely grotesque method referred to as the 5-point palm exploding heart technique to incapacitate her opponent. After these 5 folks witnessed such atrocity on the big screen, they became totally enthralled, especially with Beatrix's move. They replayed the fight scene over and over. In the meantime, they quickly brainstormed amongst themselves about how to top it. They needed something that sounded even cooler compared to 5-point palm exploding heart. Eventually, someone suggested Five Finger Death Punch as an idea. Everyone agreed, and the name stuck from that point forward. Well, that's how Five Finger Death Punch determined what they wanted to be called. Do you dig this new Behind the Name series? Let me know in the comments. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to my supporters on Patreon, Matt and Stacy from Canada. That does it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Till then, rock on.